Persistence, toughness, and determination are just a few words to describe the 2024 Virginia Tech women's soccer team. From beginning their training in the summer, an exceptional regular season, and an astounding run in the NCAA Tournament, players and driving forces Allie George and Eden Skyers help paint the picture of women's soccer for the Hokies. This is their story. Just like any season in sports, preparation for the season is key to success in the long run. That's why the Hokies did exactly that in anticipation for the regular season and beyond.
After last season, my junior year, it kind of started right again in January. And everyone came back in the spring super committed, ready to work, and that carried on into the summer where we kind of all went our separate ways, had our own kind of, I guess you can say, like summer teams we played on from just different areas, and then came back early in the summer, like 2 weeks earlier than normal, grinded it out with our strength coach, and then, ready to go day one of preseason. And I think that was the big kicker, is that we were all committed, from the summer, from the spring, and it just kind of segued into the season.
As the season began, George was determined to have a strong senior season and compete as hard as she could with her team.
I think for me this year, it just being my senior season, and I know that my class, we were all on the same page in that way, just like we really wanted to end our 4 years here in the best possible way we could. But also too, just we've all worked so hard, throughout our entire lives, each season, each day, like day in and day out. And just kind of like having that inner motivation and just like inner self-drive, I think for me is what's kind of gotten me through. And it just, like, I always just want to make those around me proud. Like, I want to make my teammates proud, my coaches, my family, just because everyone's sacrificed so much for me. So that's definitely where I find my motivation.
Big wins were paramount for the Hokies' regular season success, as 2 top 10 wins boosted their already good resume to great.
For this team, we play better when we have, like, nobody expects us to win. So we're like the underdog because we know how good we are and how much we have to prove. So I think the mindset is just like, let's just go and upset them, like let's ruin their day kind of thing. And yeah, it's really satisfying getting those wins when nobody expects you to as well, yeah.
The hard work the Hokies put in paid dividends as they clinched a number 7 seed in the NCAA Tournament. With that, Virginia Tech was delivered a first-round matchup against Tennessee on Thompson Field, their home turf.
I think getting that game being sold out was super cool. It's something that I've never experienced being here. And we just had so much support around from everybody, and everyone was so excited for us. And it was just like honestly the best way to go out. It's my last game on Thompson Field, and just super fun way. We had so many friends and family there, ton of sports teams supporting us. So definitely a memorable moment for sure.
That was really special. I mean, it sort of felt like all of our hard work had sort of like come to fruition kind of thing. Just like seeing a packed stadium and everyone turn out even though it was freezing. Yeah, it was really special.
After a 2-1 victory against the Volunteers, it was off to California, where out west, the Hokies picked up a round of 32 win versus number 2 UCLA 2-1, and a Sweet 16 victory against number 3 Iowa 1-0.
I found it like really fun. I've always wanted to go to California, so it was like a bucket list thing ticked off my list, but yeah, it was really fun. It was just kind of showed how far we come, taking a trip all the way to the West Coast, and to win there was even better because especially with UCLA, people didn't expect us to win. So that was just another like building block we could build off of.
Making it all the way to the Elite 8, Virginia Tech's magical run was ended in a 0-1 loss against number 1 Duke. Despite that, George reminisced on the great moments during the season and her team's willpower throughout it.
I think playing in the ACC, no matter who you play, it's always going to be a test. But I think we did a good job as a team of just not being intimidated by anybody and just going in with the mindset that we can play with anybody just as much as they can play with us. And we all had to get here the same way through trainings and everything. And just because they might be better on paper doesn't mean they're going to be better on the day. And I think that was just kind of our big thing, is that we never changed our mindset. We were never afraid of who we were going to play. We never intimidated, and I think that really showed throughout some big games for sure.
And one more thing this team did is make sure no one will ever forget the Hokies' run at glory.